Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Hardware Hoops, presented by DJ Sports Show with one and only host, DJ Hamilton, the place where we talk all hoops all the time. And today on Hardware Hoops, we have a special episode here for you guys today, as I'm joined by one of Connecticut's top high school basketball players. He was the 2025 SWC Conference Player of the Year and a Power 5 AAA First Team All-Conference selection. Coming out of Norwalk, he's built a strong resume through winning, consistency, and development on the court, but also off the court. Today, we'll have Kamryn Salters join the show to discuss his journey, mindset, and rise in the game as we get into his career journey throughout the course of his basketball career. And just letting y'all know, we recorded this back in early May before his college decision. So just to give you all a heads up. But it was a great interview. We had a great conversation. And I look forward to you guys hearing his story and his journey of a kid who has one of the greatest work ethics I've ever seen. And just the way he talks about the game with unbridled passion and joy. So without further ado, gather your headphones, grab some popcorn, and enjoy the show. Let's get into it. Kamryn Salters, welcome to DJ Sports Show. How you doing, man?
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you on. I know we've been talking about this for a while, and I know when you saw Parrish, your teammate, on the show, I was like, oh, I looked you up, and I said, oh, Cam? I was like, let me reach out to him, see if he answers. I said, yo, do you want to be on the show? And you were like, yeah, man, I would love to. So I was like, oh, okay. And then, you know, your teammate's high flyer. He be getting up there, man. And I was like, oh, y'all were teammates? I was like, man, must have been an unstoppable duo.
Yeah. We used to call it the dynamic duo.
Yeah. I'm sure you guys, like when we get into your high school career, you guys rarely lost.
Yeah.
So, Cam, I always like to start off this. Let's get to your roots. Let's start from the beginning. So, growing up in Norwalk, what was that environment like, and how did it shape you both as a player and as a person?
As a player, Norwalk, I think we have a lot of greats. So just growing up and just watching pros play basketball a lot, truly shaped me. Because I'm watching guys like EJ Day, he's overseas playing, Steve Enoch, Evan Kelly went to Sacred Heart. Just watching those guys play, it's like these guys are really good at basketball, and they're where I'm from. So it gave me a lot of motivation, and just having a chance to talk to them and listen to them and see what they're doing, it really helped me a lot. As a person though, I think just being from a small town, you know how it is. So just being from a small town, it motivated me just to get better and be bigger than where I come from.
I know what you mean. When you come from a small town, everybody probably thinks you can't make it big. I don't know. Yeah. Until you see somebody do it, that's from where you're from or around the area where you're from. It's like, yeah, I'm probably just going to, get a regular 9 to 5 or just do this solid job. But when you really get out there and see someone who has done it or see other people doing great things around the world, it kind of expands your horizons. Like, oh, why not I try to go reach out and try to do something great? You never know what you put your mind to when you don't really know you can do, until you put your mind to something. So having those role models from within your community or around your community is always great to have, especially people who are doing it the right way. You know what I'm saying? Being a prime example for young kids.
Yeah, it was honestly great. Just the community I had around me still now to this day is truly amazing. I don't know what I would be without these guys.
Nah, they did a great job.
Yeah, they did.
So who first put a basketball into your hands, and when did you really start falling in love with the game?
Basketball in my hands. I've been playing basketball since I can remember. So my dad played and my mom played. So wow. I've been just basketball since I was younger.
What's their names and how far did they go? Did they play in high school, college, pro?
So my mom, Ashley Whitaker, she played her freshman year. She played, I think, maybe 2-3 years. She actually played varsity all 3 years. Okay. And my dad, he bounced around from high school, Steve Salters, but he ended up playing 4 years, 1,000-point scorer, and his career ended there. Both my parents' career ended in high school.
Oh, wow. Nah, so you definitely got some good athletic genes running in your blood.
Yeah, definitely.
Which players did he grow up watching or modeling your game after? Because I know we always have our favorite NBA players or whoever players you watch that we try to, I want to take that from his game and put it into my game. You want to emulate from them. So who are some of those players you watched growing up?
Just Derrick Rose. I love Derrick Rose. I love that guy. And just on the court and off the court, I just feel like he's a strong-minded person. So when I learned what he came back from and he just kept playing, he'll get hurt and keep playing, and score 52 points like a couple years later in the NBA. Like I just loved watching Derrick Rose.
Yeah. Derrick Rose, the Chi-Town kid who
Yeah,
overcame all those injuries and triumphs, and just to have a long NBA career still, when he easily could have packed it up and said, "No, what? I'm tired of these injuries. Let me just go retire and do what I want to do." But for him to still have over 15-year career in the NBA, hey, we got to give him a lot of kudos and things of that nature. I used to love watching Derrick Rose growing up. When he won the MVP, the youngest MVP ever, I was in 5th grade when that was happening. I used to try to do that cradle thing he does when he was going to the rim and like floated it up over the big man. I used to be really good at that growing up over the trees when I had 1 or 2 people on me, going to the baseline and just falling out of bounds and hitting it. I'm like, yo, how did Derrick Rose used to do that? I'm like, he perfected it. I feel like every kid tried to do that. And then, of course, he had his floater, the dunks, the lobs, catches he was doing. Him and Westbrook were the most athletic guards we ever seen.
I think people don't appreciate it enough.
Yeah. Hopefully, I know injuries may hurt his career, but I hope he does get to the Hall of Fame, because even though it was brief, he was so good. He was so good for that 3-4 year stretch, his first 4 years of his career before the injuries derailed his career. And he's a great, humble dude, too. He does a lot for his community. So, definitely D Rose is somebody. Which is kind of shocking. You be getting up like D Rose?
Nah, I don't get up. I wish, but nah, get up.
He was the main player you focused on more than anybody else, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, did you play any other sports growing up? And how did they help your development on the court?
So I played soccer until I was about sixth grade. It was actually fun. Helped me with my footwork and things like that. Just running, endurance, just you gotta run up and down that field. I played defense, so I would run up and down the sidelines. And that's about it. Like I played baseball when I was younger, but that baseball wasn't for me. I seen the ball pop come in the air. I'm dropping my glove, catching it with bare hands. So it wasn't.
It wasn't for you. Why? It was the glove kind of limited you?
Yeah, like I literally like I seen the ball in the air, like I just threw my glove off and caught it.
Did it hurt? Because that ball's coming fast at you, no?
Yeah, I mean not really. Like we were so young where it was like the ball is not going that high in the air, so it was like caught it, threw the first base, and it was like you can't do that. I was just confused.
Yeah. Oh, they say you can't take your glove off.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. I never heard that before. Someone say they took the actual glove off to catch a baseball.
Yeah, I'll never forget. It was at Vets Park in Norwalk. My mom was tight. She was mad.
What do you say? Soccer probably helped improve like your endurance and footwork, and then baseball probably like your awareness of where the ball is and things of that nature.
Yeah.
Definitely. So now let's get into your game a little bit more, so people can kind of understand. Oh, what kind of basketball player is he? How would you describe your game to somebody who's never seen you play?
I think that's hard, like, because on the court I could really do everything. So it's kind of hard to describe, but most likely, most people say I'm a scorer. I can score on all 3 levels, efficient scorer, and I'm just a winner. Like I just win. I just always find a way to win. So whatever it takes for me to win, that's what I'm gonna do.
I like the sound of that. We love a winner here on DJ Sports. You know what I'm saying? Slogan, greatness is within. We love that here. And anything to do it takes to win. Love that. When you're at your best, what separates you from everyone else on the court?
I think from everybody else, I just think my motor is just so high, like, and especially like if I gotta go in, like it only gets higher. So like I'm already like the guy that's yelling, communicating, talking through screens, yelling and one. Just I'm hyped. My teammate dunks. I'm in the air with him. Like I was just always one of those guys. Like I just love to play basketball. So, and then when I get it going, it's like you're not gonna hear the end of it.
Definitely. I feel like motor is such an underrated skill for any sport. Because you could be talented and skilled at this or whatever, but if you don't have that motor to want to be great, to want to get better, to want to keep going, even when you're not having the greatest game, then what's the point of all that talent? You know what I'm saying? Because we've seen it throughout.
It's like what we were talking about earlier with Westbrook. Like his motor is great, like, but people just don't appreciate it. It's just one of those things that like we don't appreciate. But we know like every day Westbrook's gonna, like, every time we watch Westbrook play, he's going hard.
Yeah, 110% every play. Same with Giannis.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, when you see those guys play, you want to emulate a type of motor because it's going to help your team no matter what. Even if you're having an off shooting night, get rebounds, dive on the floor for the loose ball, play defense. That's all effort plays. Like, you can even be someone who doesn't play basketball or whatever. You don't, and offensively, yeah, you might not be good because that's more skill based things of that nature. But like in terms of rebounding and defense, boxing out, that's all effort and like fun, just paying attention to detail and things of that nature. You don't need to be the most shooting and ball handling. That takes reps. We know that.
Yeah.
But like getting in the defensive stand, staying with your man, going for the rebound, that's all effort. So I always say when I look at prospects and players, I'm always looking at kind of that first and their mentality. Like, okay, are they unselfish? Do they affect the game other ways? Do they play hard? Like, that's a skill. That's a talent.
Yeah.
I look at that first before I look at everything else. Because, yeah, I've seen guys who are so talented and things of that nature. Because I watch high school, college, and pro. And I always try to look at, because I always like to see who's coming up next in the NBA or whatever, or college.
Yeah.
And I say, okay, he has the talent, but I don't see the motor. He's just coasting out there. He doesn't look like he really cares about the game or getting better. You know what I'm saying? And then they're really talented, but it's like you're not getting maximizing your abilities. You know what I'm saying? So injuries are one thing, but if you're not putting the work in or playing your hardest, that's kind of on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely on you. If you're not going hard, you shouldn't be playing.
Exactly. Like a lot of people be dying to be in some people's position with their talent and God-given abilities, athleticism. Like, man, some people can train their whole life and still never jump as high as this guy.
Yeah.
And you mentioned how for your teammates, like your motor will go up even more when you see a sick dunk. Parrish, I know you probably did that a lot because that guy be floating in the air like it's nothing. So tell me what's like playing with him. What's that experience like? Because I know honestly, that definitely be crazy.
It's crazy. Like just watching someone like that just fly through the air is insane. Like there was one time it was our home opener my junior year. We played St. Joe's, and I actually threw my alley from like almost like half court, and he tried to like 180 with two hands, and he missed. And then 2 plays later, we did the same exact thing, and he made it. And like everybody went crazy. But just playing with him, he's just a great kid. Like he's always wanted to get better. Like, and people just see him as a dunker, but honestly, he's way more than that. And I think next year when he goes to Siena, he's going to prove that he's more than a dunker.
No, definitely. When I was looking at both of your guys' game, I'm like, oh, he could shoot too. I'm like, yeah, and he got a handle, create his own shot. I'm like, yeah, he's underrated for sure. Yeah. What's one area of your game that's improved the most, you would say, over the last few years or recently?
Recently, definitely getting my shot off the dribble. I was one of those kids where I wasn't taking shots off the dribble. Like it was either catch and shoot or I'm going to the basket. But now I just got more comfortable with it. I always worked on it, but I just wasn't confident enough. But now I got confident enough to keep on the work in. It shows.
Hey, doing those reps consistently when nobody's watching at game speed. And then once you get into the game, you become more confident. He's like, all right, I know I've been putting in the work in. I've been doing it when nobody's been watching. Now let's show people what I've been working on. That goes for anything in life. That goes for wanting to speak in front of people, basketballs and sports, music, anything. You got to get the reps, do it when nobody's watching, when no one's clapping for you. And then when eventually it's time to show it, and people are like, oh, this person is amazing. How'd they get this good? It's because when no one's watching, you're putting in that work and, doing the diligence and being disciplined and doing it even when you don't feel like it. So that shows throughout time.
Yeah, definitely.
What's something in your game you had to be honest to yourself about that you really had to lock in on improving or that you're still trying to improve on?
Definitely just using my left hand.
Left hand, okay.
Yeah, like I was growing up younger, you hear force him left, high school, force him left. I always had a left hand, but again, I just wasn't confident enough. And I think people don't understand how mental sports are. Like you can work on something all day, all night, but if in your head you're not confident enough, it's just not going to show. So I just had to get more confident and just keep going. Like I think that's what a lot of kids are missing nowadays is basketball is just so mental. So you could work on something for 2 weeks, but it might not show in those 2 weeks. It might show in a month or 2 months. You just have to keep working, keep going. So I just kept going, and eventually now I could just go finish with the left hand. So that's definitely one to be honest about with myself.
I remember when I was younger, when I was like 9 or something like that, and I could only go right, really, to be honest. I couldn't really drive to my left. I was weak with my left hand. And then as I got older, once I think it was end of my freshman year of high school, I fractured my right hand, my wrist, and I had a cast on. I didn't have to get surgery or nothing. Probably should have, because ever since then I can't do push-ups flat with my right hand because it feels
That
yeah,
sucks.
yeah. I can still do push-ups, but it just feels weird. It doesn't feel the same like ever since before that injury. And it
Yeah.
was from a summer basketball league. And then
Uh,
during that summer, I just worked on my left hand like crazy. I would still work on my form shooting just to, you know how you don't really have the ball in your hand, but you just work on form shooting. You just have the ball,
yeah.
you put it between your forearm and you just work on that, get that muscle memory. I was doing that like crazy and then working on my left hand hook shot. And then coming into my sophomore year of high school, that's when my left hand was much better. I wasn't afraid going left. Even when I was playing in real games or pick up basketball in the park or anything, I could go left and I could go just as well to my left as I could to my right. And I wasn't afraid of it at all. Ever since then, that injury, I looked at it as a blessing in disguise. Because before then, I was like, man, I'm kind of weak with my left hand. I don't know. Like I tried to go to it, but when I was like young, I couldn't even get a layup up sometimes, especially struggling with defense. Because I'm like, man, I need to get stronger. I was 9 at the time. 5 years later, like 14, 15, I started getting good at it. I could do the hook shot, like Kareem with the left hand, everything. So I was like, oh, because if you're ambidextrous using both hands, it's like, oh, they can't stop you. Like, oh, you want to force me left? I could go left. You can't stop me. Because, when you're usually a righty, the defender is going to try to force you to go left. I'm like, oh, you can force me to go left? Hey, I can do that too. And then they're going to be like, oh, damn, how am I going to stop you? You know what I'm saying? So just having more tricks to the trade, it just makes you more of an unguardable scorer.
Yeah.
So let's take you back to your early high school years now, because you had a lot of success. You made varsity as a freshman, contributed right away to a team. That year, you guys went 18-7, undefeated in league play, and won the championship. What did that experience teach you early on, and how did it help elevate your confidence at that level, especially at such a young age?
Early on, I mean, it taught me a lot. Like, just first, like, I just felt like I was like very mature coming in, but just playing with older guys, and you're not when you're in a season, especially a varsity season. It's not like you're just playing with the guys. Like after practice, you guys are hanging out. After games, you guys going to eat. So it just helped me mature more as a person, just like learn more about being around older people. And then like as I got better, it's like, oh, these guys are starting to trust me more. Like I'll never forget. Like there was one play I just caught the rebound, and I just pushed it, and I dimed it off to our big Bailey, and he got an and one. And my point guard Melo came up to me. He's like, "Nah, I can trust you. Like, nah, I can trust you with the ball." And like just moments like that is like moments you just never forget. Like as a person, as a player, those guys really helped me through that year.
No, that's what's up, man. I know that definitely had to be a confidence boost at such a young age. And you want to mention some of your teammates, especially like juniors or seniors that you played with that year that really helped you get better on and off the court?
So definitely Melo. Melo. We had Finn, Bailey. We had a bunch of good guys. It sucks that we couldn't win the state chip, but Bonnie, Garrison, we had a bunch of great. Like we just had a bunch of great guys. We just didn't get it done.
Hey, at least you won a champion. At least you won a league championship. And man, would you guys do that a lot over the next couple of years? Because over your next 3 seasons at Notre Dame Prep, man, you guys went 65-10. You stayed undefeated in conference play through the whole entire time. And I was looking at this, I'm like, man, you guys were like the Warriors with KD and Steph. I'm like, man, you guys couldn't be beaten. You dealt with a sprained Achilles going into your junior season before ultimately recovering and winning the SWC Conference Player of the Year as a senior. How did going through that entire stretch run, including the injury and sustained winning, shape your mindset and approach to the game?
So just building that culture. Like I think a lot of people don't understand like how big culture is. Well, in high school basketball, just in general, like culture is definitely the foundation. So my freshman year, we didn't have the best culture, but we just had a bunch of great guys. Sophomore year, we had a better culture. We started to understand it more. We had a taste of winning. So it was like, okay, this is how winning feels like. So now how can we get better? We have to push each other. My guy Nate Charlotte, now he's picking up Melo full court. Like now we have to push each other because now we might go out tomorrow and by 30, but Thursday we might have a better game. but we have to prepare every day like we're playing the Warriors. So just building that culture in every day, but as we got better as individuals, we got better as a team, and eventually just all came together. Like you said, like it looked great, like 65-10. It looks good. It feels great. Like you don't even know what losing feels like sometimes. Even like some wins feel like losses. So I was blessed to like have that feeling, just win so much. I think I still take it for granted, but I'm still playing. But just winning a lot, and even carrying that on the prep school and just winning a lot, it's truly a blessing. And the Achilles, it taught me a lot. Like when I say a lot, like how you said with your wrist injury, like it's a blessing in disguise. And I truly realized like how much basketball really meant to me. Like, you can't take it for granted. You can't take a game for granted, a workout for granted, even a walkthrough. Like I already appreciate everything, but now I literally appreciate anything. Like anytime I touch a basketball, I just gotta thank God I'm able to do it.
No, definitely. I like how you did that because we can't take things for granted in life. Nothing's ever promised. Things are impermanent. Like we can never. You learn that more and more as you get older, and once you go
Yeah,
through experiences, good and bad, and you just got to be appreciative and have gratitude. And I wanted to mention how you mentioned how you winning a lot. How did winning a lot in basketball, those winning habits, kind of translate into your life? Like how did those good habits that you kind of learned with basketball translate into your life that kept you staying focused and things like that? Because I know sports are a metaphor of life, and usually building great habits kind of translates not just to sports but also off the court as well. So kind of
yeah.
tell me like how did that help you?
So if I'm being honest, like basketball like really motivates like every inch of my body. Like so I knew like growing up, my mom used to tell me like you want to play basketball, like your grades got to be good. You want to go to college, you want to play basketball, you want to go to those big universities, your grades got to be good. So since a young kid, like I always just aim for the highest, always like honor roll, high honor roll. Just it just always translated because I always knew that I wanted to play basketball for the rest of my life. So I always wanted to put myself in the best position I could. So just something as simple as just getting good grades could push you so far and help you so much. And I don't think a lot of people understand that.
Yeah, I feel like that's why people think about it. It's student athlete. The student part comes first.
Yeah,
Athlete comes second. Because you can get an injury tomorrow, your career is over. What you have to fall back on. You know what I'm saying?
that's a
We
fact.
see we seen that happen to some athletes over the years. Their career's over through a leg injury or knee injury or Achilles or something or neck or back. But if you have something to fall back on that can still provide a great life for you, you want to have that. So
Yeah,
that's why it's always good to have an education to fall back on, whether it's going to trade school or going to college and something like that, building skills and something that can add value to people's lives, something like that. Because sports, whether you make it or not, it's going to have an expiration date one day. You know what I'm saying? You can't play it until you're 80. You can't. So
unfortunately.
you always have to have something to fall back on. So it's good to have those people in your corner who kind of value those things. So now let's shift over to your AAU side. Because I remember when we were talking the last few weeks, and you mentioned you played for the NY Rens on the EYCL circuit under Coach Jay Smith, and you were one of the most
Yes, sir.
efficient scorers on the circuit. What did that
Yeah.
experience teach you about your game, and how did that level of competition push you?
First, I just like EYCL was just so like it made me feel like a pro. Like I'm traveling from place to place all around the country. Like I just that part alone just made me feel like so good about myself. Like it just gave me so much confidence. Like like you're traveling here, you might be in Memphis one week, Indiana the next week. It just made me feel like so good about myself. Then you're playing top competition, and I work on my game a lot. So it was just first game I had 24, like, and it just snapped. Like, when you work on your game a lot, it's gonna show. So, and Coach Jay trusted me after the first game. He's like, "Oh, you know what? Got to ride with this kid." And the rest is history.
Man, that's what's up. Tell me about that relationship between you and Coach Smith. Tell me what that dynamic is like. How has he helped you as a basketball player and a person? And tell me some about like, some of your teammates that you played with on the circuit. Like, who were some of the best players you played with and against?
So definitely, at first, me and Coach Jay was bump ahead like every day because we would play in like local tournaments just to like warm up, but I'm just so competitive where like I want to win by as much as possible. Like I want to win by 100. So like I'll play for like 2 minute segments or like 3 minute segments, and like we would just bump heads, like just bump heads. And we had an assistant coach named Achilles. He was like, just the time is coming. Just relax. Just trust the process. And I trust the process, and good things happen. But I think we had a great team though. We had Arthur, a great shooter. We had Sage, he's going to Cornell next year. JJ Smith, Marcus. We had some great players. We had Luke. We just had, and it was like, and we could all hang out off the court. Like, it was just a great experience. We had fun off the court, on the court, and we had Coach AP, and two assistant coach, but we can like relate to them. Like they're older than us, but not that much older, so we could relate to them. Like we're going out, we're having fun. Some guys, I still work out with Ak to this day, so like I'll go work out with Ak, or some guys work out with AP. It was just we built a family in a short amount of time, and that's rare in AAU nowadays.
Tell me about it. Definitely, AAU. How fast paced the games are, how many games you're playing in a day, and then it's kind of the way social media, they put all these highlights and things like that. It's kind of saying to the kids, we value highlights more than the substance and fundamentals of the game, which is not a good sign. You want kids to really develop the fundamentals and master the principles of the basics first before they start doing all that advanced other stuff. You want them to have fun with the game first instead of treating them like an investment. You know what I'm saying? You got to see if the kid actually enjoys the game first, if it's fun for them, instead of saying, oh, we want this guy, we're doing this so he go to the NBA. First of all, we don't know if your kid's good enough to go to the NBA. NBA, less than 1% of people make it to the NBA. You could be, I know a lot of ballers, man. Trust me. I know a lot of people who are really good and they didn't make it to the NBA. A lot of them are playing overseas or in the G League, which is still, you can make a living. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to go to the NBA to make a living. But people really underestimate how hard it is to make it to the NBA. It is probably one of the toughest professional leagues to make it to. Because there's only 15 roster spots per team. You know what I'm saying? And only 4,500 players have ever played an NBA, even one game. Of how many people try to make the NBA. It's not easy. It's not easy. So even if you don't make it, I try to tell people you're not a failure. You can still go play overseas. You can play in the G League or something, or a different league. You know what I'm saying? Or even, there's Euro League. There's all types of leagues you can go to. One of my friends, he's playing overseas right now. He's making money. He's enjoying it. I have people I've interviewed in the past who are playing professionally now. So it goes to show, like, there's other avenues in life. If one thing doesn't go this way, maybe, okay, you can go another way. God always has a direction for all of us. So I always try to look at things that way. You want to have an open mind. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be narrow-minded. You don't want to be tunnel vision. You mentioned some of the best players you played with, but also who are some of the toughest competition players you played against, if you recall?
So,
because you did mention you played at Peach Jam, so
so we played some great kids. Like I don't even know his kid name from Alabama Fusion. I think I was on the phone with Coach Jay like last week. He told me he's going to Xavier or something. He was pretty lefty kid. Then we played Team United. I think the kid went to Brewster there, but I think a lot of people don't understand what EYCL really is. So like they look at it as like a joke. But little do they know that we had EYCL kids are going D1. It's not EYBL. I don't think people really understand that. They think that they play in the circuit, it's EYBL or nothing, or Adidas or nothing.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Because people look at the EYBL as, sponsored by Nike and things of that nature. You have all these elite NBA greats who have gone through there, who've gone to play an NBA or D1 college basketball or overseas. So it kind of gets over. People are probably like, if you're not in that, then maybe you're not, as good as people say you are. But that's just not the case. You know what I'm saying? And then, there's Adidas Nation as well. I don't even know. I haven't even really seen Adidas Circuit as much as I used to back in the 2010s. Is that still going on?
Yeah, Adidas Circuit it's surprising to me. A lot of the tournaments are out in the West Coast, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I know there used to be the Under Armour circuit too.
Yeah, they still got Under Armour. They still got Under Armour.
Yeah, I don't know if that's still, because I don't see like YouTube videos of that anymore, like I did in the 2010s and 2000s. So I'm like, damn, is it just EYBL now? COVID changed a lot of things, man. I'm just like, did this stuff get shut down or?
I think Adidas and Under Armour both had, I think, top 10 teams in the nation last year.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's always something I
they
was curious about.
they had some dogs. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. So let's talk about post-grad time now. So after high school, you made an important decision. You decided to take a post-grad year at Knox. What went into that decision, and how did it help you grow mentally and physically?
So I just I just feel like I'm a scholarship kid, and I just always felt like that. Like I know I can play basketball at the highest level. So, and I feel like truly like I never bet on myself. Like just going to Notre Dame, I didn't really go out of school out of state until I played with Coach Jay. I played AU with the same guys since I was in like fourth, fifth grade with High Rise with TJ Trimboli. So I just felt like, and I was talking to my uncle one day, Jose. He was like, "Man, you put too much work in not to take a risk on yourself." And it was a long car ride home, and we just talked about it. I was like, "Man, like I think it's time. Like I put the work in. Like I'm waking up early. I'm going to sleep late. Like it's just time to take that bet on myself." And I did, and it worked out great. I played for an amazing coach, Coach Grasso, coached Division One level for 21 years. So I feel like this year I was almost felt like I was in college. Like, he just pushes us every day. He's very competitive. He's probably one of the most competitive people I've ever met in my life. But that's just who he is. But as a competitor, that's what I like because I feel like just playing in Connecticut, sometimes I had to relax on my competitive side just because I feel like we got in trouble or it was a problem when you would like you just go out there and dominate certain people or certain teams. Just like no, you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to be loud. You're not supposed to be pressing. But like my coach Grasso, he doesn't care about any of that. Like he wants to win by as much as possible every time, and that's what I want to do. So that definitely helped sharpen my mentality because iron sharpens iron. So just talking to him every day, just learning from him. I've seen how he like manipulate the game. It's like it's amazing to watch. So like mentally, I just felt like I took a big gap. I learned so much mentally and physically. Like physically, I'm the same. I was still lifting every day, but I think the post-grad year even boosted my confidence even more. If I'm being honest, playing against top guys is like, okay. So people said I didn't play any competition in high school. So I almost won every game in high school. Then people said I didn't play any competition in high school. I went and played EYCL. We won EYCL. We went to PJ. Then I took a post-grad year and we played some of the best players in the country. And I'm still doing what I do. So clearly I was right the whole time. So that just boosted my confidence even more. Like we played the Newman School. I think their whole starting five is going Division One. So and that was one of my best games of the year. And so it just boosts my confidence even more. Like you're going at these guys. So what can they say now? That's all I think now. What could they say now? They said I didn't play any competition in high school. They said I didn't play any competition in AU. I played EYCL, but then I went to postgrad year and did the same thing. So it truly boosted my confidence.
Nah, I love the way I like that. You get what they gonna say now. Oh, I love that. It's kind of reminds
It's
me of
true.
when Steph Curry won, when he won the title in 2022 against the Celtics and he won the
Yeah,
Finals MVP. He's like, "What they gonna say now?" Because he got the Finals MVP. That was one of the narratives you were saying. Oh, he doesn't have the Finals MVP though. He's not up there top 10 all the time or whatever. But then now he got it and he destroyed Boston that year. And I love that. I love seeing that competitiveness. You know what I'm saying? I love that. And I love how you mentioned how your uncle told you to take a risk on yourself because he saw the hard work
yeah,
you've been doing over the years and things of that nature. Because that's what everybody who's great at whatever it is in life, business, musicians, athletes, actors, doctors, whatever, people who are great in their respective fields. Say anyone who's ever been great at what they do and become successful, they've all taken sacrifices and risks to get to where they're at. They've all had to sacrifice something. You know what I'm saying?
and he
And
explained that to me.
yeah,
And the thing was, he was there with me every day. He's waking up with me, so it's not he's not watching from afar. He's in there with me.
yep.
We in LA Fitness 5 a.m. Me, him, Jalen Brown. My guy Tom. So we in there all together. So it's like, you know what? Like, why aren't you taking these risks on yourself? You should have been did this. Like, so just having that conversation with him, it just changed a lot. And especially like, as you get older and you get better. Like, I got better and now my name was more statewide. Now everybody wants to be in your ear. Now everybody wants to be in your ear. So now just having a guy that like, I really love and I know he wants the best for me and we're having that conversation, it clicked more instead of like a random guy on the street trying to talk to me.
No, that's good. I'm glad he had the conversation with you, especially at a young age, because especially when you're young, the best time to take risks is when you're in your teens, your 20s,
Yeah.
and you're even part of your 30s, because you have time to, okay, if it doesn't work out, okay, I still have time to, do something else. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's always best to do it when you're young, take risks, because I'd rather take the price of failure than live with the pain of regret. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather much do that, because hey, if you fail, at least you gave it your all. You did everything you could, and everything. Like, okay, if I fail, okay, what do I got to? Okay, let me learn from this mistake. Okay, how do I do better next time? What do I got to do to avoid it next time, to be better next time? You know what I'm saying? If you don't try at all, you're gonna be like, man, what if I would have tried? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's why I always tell people, go for it, man. Like, don't let somebody's limited beliefs limit you. You know what I'm saying? Don't let someone's limitations, suppress your potential greatness. So I always tell people, go for it, man. Do what you got to do to learn, get better. Always be humble, be curious, and let God handle the rest, man. So, and look what it's done for you. You've been doing, you've won a lot throughout your career. So it's worked out pretty well for you, man. And before we get to the next question, you mentioned Jaylen Brown. Was it Jaylen Brown you said?
Yeah, Jaylen Brown.
Oh, you worked with the NBA player Jaylen Brown?
Oh, no, not.
Oh, no, different Jaylen Brown.
But he was just all honorable mention for All-American for JUCO.
Oh, wow.
So my guy Jaylen Brown's the dog.
Okay, yeah. That's big time. I'm about to say, Jaylen Brown, we'll see what the Celtics do today. Game 7 as we recorded this Saturday. Next question I have for you is, so that Knox team, man, you mentioned Coach Grasso and how you guys kind of align with your personalities and your approach to the game. You guys went 32-4 that year. You won the championship, and you were named to the Power AAA First Team All-Conference. Power 5 AAA First Team All-Conference. What did that season prove to you about your game as you now head into the next level?
I just proved like I am who I think I am. Some nowadays most people are delusional. Like people think they're better than what they are, and now I could go to sleep just knowing like who I say I am. I really am. I put the work in, and I just stay consistent. That's what I do. I stay consistent. I show up every day and clock in and clock out, and I just every day get better, and I see where I am now, and now it all makes sense. And I think in a couple of years, a lot of people are just gonna be like, how did this kid go under the radar? Like, I just know I'm gonna be one of those kids, but it's all right. I love being underdog.
Hey, I love it. I love the energy. I love it. I love being an underdog. You know what's funny? I feel like it's like, say you go pro, you eventually go overseas. I'm gonna look back and be like, man, I remember interviewing that kid on the show, and he set out to do everything he said he wanted to do, man. And I love seeing that. When you eventually go on to play college and eventually pro, I'm gonna be supporting you every step of the way, man, because I love seeing underdog stories. I love seeing that, man, because I feel like a lot of people always overlook some guys, and I'm like, man, how is this kid not getting more looks at from top schools or something like that? Because I've seen a lot of guys. I'm like, man, this guy's good enough to play even a higher level. Why is schools not looking at him? You know what I'm saying? Or her. So I'm just like, yeah, I feel like some people, it depends on the area they're in. I feel like they're not getting enough media coverage. You know what I'm saying? Or exposure. I think that's why a lot of people go under the radar.
Yeah, it happens, but it just a lot of people, you can't let it discourage you. Like, I used to like my junior, senior, junior, really, I let it discourage me a little bit. But now, like, it just fuels me up. Like, it helps me wake up in the morning now. Like, it gives me that little bit of energy I need to get out of bed.
No, definitely. I think we all need something that we're striving. We have a purpose that we're all striving for. It makes us get up every day to try to get 1% better. Having that purpose in life, because that keeps you disciplined. Because motivation is fleeting, but discipline teaches you to do it and do what you have to do, no matter how you feel. And that's what I always try to. That's always something we always got to try to have in life: discipline. So looking ahead now, what do you want from a college program as we now look at your recruiting process and your future? And where are you in the recruiting process?
So right now, I'm kind of in the weird spot. I'm in between two schools that both gave me a scholarship, but I think I just want to be me. And I just want to be the competitive person I am. I want to go out there and just be me. And a lot of schools want me. A lot of schools just want me to go out there and be me, and they feel like that's gonna help them win. So I think I'm gonna help a college program win. And who knows with the transfer portal, might end up at the highest level in a couple of years. You never know. So I just keep working, take it day by day. Decision will be the best one for next year. Year after that, make the best decision for the year after that, and just keep stacking.
Yeah. Any what are some of the potential schools you're looking at that are really catching your eye?
Caldwell and Queens right now, two schools that offer me, show me the most love. And that's one thing, coaches got to show some love, show that they really understand you as a person, because at the end of the day, you can say you really want a kid, but you call them once every 3 weeks. It's not really showing anything. These guys putting a lot of time in. They came to the gym, they see me, I took visits, things like that. So now it's just time to make that decision where I'm most comfortable, where I feel like I could just be the best at.
Be the best that way you can be, right?
Yeah, just be the best and get to my full ability. That's all I want to do. Just be the best Cam Salter. That's all I want to do.
Yeah, no, definitely. What's something about recruiting that people don't understand unless they really go through the process?
I don't. I think nowadays people don't understand like recruiting at all. Like the transfer portal and NIL, like it changed the game a lot, and a lot of people don't understand that. Like transfer portal now, a lot of kids are slipping to D2 or maybe even D3, or a lot of kids are going JUCO because the transfer portal is like a guy like Rick Pitino said, I don't want any high school guys. So now that just the from it goes to this to even smaller now. So it just, especially for guys that like me, like I'm not super athletic, I'm not the fastest guy, and I know that. So sometimes you just have to be understanding and really understand what's happening now. So I understand what's happening. Transfer portal, now you can get a kid that has college experience, think he could just come in and impact the program now. You got kids from JUCO that still can do 2 years and still come in as a sophomore. So I just understand the game and take it day by day. But a lot of people don't do that. They just say, why aren't you here right now? Why don't you have this offer? But they don't really understand what's happened. And that kind of messed me up last year because, senior year, nobody wants to go to prep school. Like, nobody wants to do a post-grad year. If we're being honest, nobody wants to do that. Everybody wants to go to school. Like, you don't want to take that extra year. Like you said, you can't play basketball forever, so you want to straight to college. After that, go overseas, play pro, G League, like you said. So nobody wants to do that. But me just understanding the predicament that I'm now in is like, okay, you might have to take this year. You might have to go to D2 for a year, D2 for 2 years, or maybe I play D2 for all 4 years. Who knows? But there's always a chance to go higher. So maybe I go next year to one of these schools and I prove myself and I go higher. But you never truly know. Only God knows. So
Exactly.
it's different.
No, definitely. That's definitely a great point. NIL and transfer portal have drastically changed of all college sports. It's changed everything. Okay, yes, we're back. We had some technical difficulties, but yeah, you were mentioning about the transfer portal and things of that nature, and I was saying like NIL and transfer portal has drastically changed college sports. I was saying NIL, I like how kids are getting paid now because, sacrificing a lot of their time and free time, especially as college kids for these universities, you know what I'm saying? Especially
Yeah.
at the D1, D2 level or whatever, because those schools really have money. But back then, you couldn't even afford to get food on your campus because you couldn't make money, which was
Yeah,
I thought was
that's
asinine. I was
that's
like,
so crazy to me.
yeah.
That's
I'm just like, how
I
are you playing at that level, the highest level of college sports, and you're telling me you can't make any money to at least afford to live? I'm like, that was messed up. So when they
and
finally,
I think it's even crazier because these universities are making so much money off these top players, like,
yes,
and I can't even get a 4 for 4. Like that's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Like that's
yo,
insane.
or McDonald's, you know, little combo or something, like,
Yeah, I can't even get a $5 combo. Nothing.
or go
It's
to the grocery
crazy.
store and get something to cook a healthy meal, which is healthier than even buying out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then with the transfer portal, I was saying, because I don't know if it got cut off, but I was saying that I could see two sides to the coin. I think it hurts high school athletes because there's less opportunities for them in terms of going to an elite school because now college is looking at seasoned college players, like you mentioned before, D2, D3, JUCO, who will have some college experience, and it gives those D2, D3 JUCO kids a chance to play at a higher level, which I think on one hand is a good thing because now they don't have to stay stuck there. And then now think about the transfer portal, you can transfer now and play right away the next season. Because back in the day, you used to have to register the year and you couldn't play the next season. You had to wait to the year after, which I thought kind of hurt players' momentum in terms of their stock
Yeah.
and things of that nature, which I didn't like. That's the one good thing now about the transfer portal. You can immediately play for the next university that you transfer to. But then on the drawback or the negative side of it, it's hurting these high school kids who are trying to get, an education because they're not just going to play sports. They're trying to, further their education and their livelihood for life. So it's like, it's, like in life, there's pros and cons to everything. But I think there's some ways we could probably improve it. I don't know what it is, but I just think kids, especially high school kids, they're freshly starting. They should get an opportunity to at least, especially if they're good enough to go play D1 or D2, whatever, things of that nature, and be able to profit off their likeness. So instead of having to start off at a JUCO or D3, especially if they're better than that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just think there's two sides to the coin, but
Yeah.
so that's something the NCAA will have to figure out because that's a difficult thing.
Yeah, it's hard, but again, though, people, you have to inform yourself. You got to do your own research and things like that. Like we were talking about earlier, like you just have to do research and you have to understand the game. The game has changed, and a lot of coaches will tell you that like it's changed. Like a school might want you 1 week they're so interested, they're calling you, and then it's like the portal just opened, they can get a point guard that, let's say you're talking to school like Sacred Heart, but now they can get a point guard that didn't play a lot at Quinnipiac, let's just say, and he didn't play a lot, but they think he's pretty good, and even like they recruited him in high school, they thought he was good out of high school. Hey, now they're taking this kid over you, but just really understand the game.
No, definitely. I like how, despite how your youth, you're very wise for your age, which is good.
Yeah,
Remind me of myself too, because I was very mature for my age. And I was brought up in a family, they're very be respectful of others, have good manners, things of that nature, and always. And one thing about me when I was younger, I used to, my older brothers used to say, "Yo, you ask so many questions," but I feel like curiosity. Smart people are curious. We're always looking to learn,
yeah,
get better, absorb knowledge, because once you stop learning, you stop earning. That's why the L is
yeah,
from the earn.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Stay with me now.
Yeah, that's the first time I heard that. That was tough, though. I can't lie. That was
Yeah,
tough.
that's what I always say. And then one thing I saw when you talk about failure, when I talked about failure earlier, I think of fail as first attempt in learning. Because I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
let me go try again. Now that I know this, all right, let me go try again. Don't let something because you failed once stop you. You know what I'm saying? Even Michael Jordan
yeah.
missed a lot of shots, but he said failure taught him a lot. You know what I'm saying?
I don't believe in failure.
Exactly.
I don't believe in losing. I don't believe failure. If you lose, well, the only time you can lose and you fail if you don't learn from it.
Yeah,
How I take it. If you lose a game and you don't learn from it, it's a loss. But if you learn from it, know what you could do better next time. It's just another lesson. Gotta charge it to the game, but you gotta just get better.
learning experience. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So now let's get into your a little bit of your on the court and behind the scenes. So what's when you're in a game, what's an in-game adjustment you made that you're really proud of? Like when you're in the game, say you're down by 5 or things aren't really going your way. What are some adjustments you usually make in game to try to help the outcome of your team?
Some usually like especially I know a lot this year. Like I'm looking at grass, like run this play. Like I'm confident it'll work. But like just having a coach like that trusts you is also a big thing. Having coaches that trust you. Like I always had a coach that trusts me and was confident in me. So I'm like, it's crunch time. Coach, run this. Like it's been working all game. He's gonna run it, and just I think a bigger thing is when the game is close. That's when your leadership needs to be at the highest level. Like you just need to lead and just stay calm. And I learned that. I learned that from a young age. So you just stay calm when the pressure hits and just know it's gonna be okay. Down 5, let's hit this 3, get a stop, hit another one. Now we up 1. So it's just how you approach the game.
I always say, like you see in NBA playoffs, I'm sure you're watching it.
Yeah.
Basketball, it's a game of runs. That's what it really comes down to. We see it at every level: high school, college, pro, everything. It's a
Yeah.
game of runs. Like a team could be struggling, like we saw with the Pistons and Magic game the other day. Oh, well, yesterday. The Pistons looked like they were going to get blown out at halftime. Magic up by 24. Let's turn this game off. Yeah. Magic on to the
Yeah.
next round. You turn back the end of the third quarter or going to the fourth quarter. Wait, the Pistons are up. You know why? Because they went on a run and the Magic missed 23 consecutive field goals. You never know what can
Yeah.
happen. A team
Never.
could be
You never
down
know what
30,
happened.
going a 20-2 run. They right back in the game. That's
Yeah.
why you never know. That's why I always say basketball is a game of runs. A team that goes on the most runs always, to me, wins the game. That's
Yeah.
really what it comes down to. And of course, as the game goes on, you have to make adjustments. Coaches, players, and that's what really separates the good from the great teams. You know what I'm saying? And players as
Yeah.
well. Because yes,
100%.
you can make adjustments between games. You have to watch film, but you also got to be able to do it in real time.
Yeah, on the fly.
Yeah. So that's always one of the things I always look at too in players and teams, because that's what
Yeah.
separates the real contenders from each other.
Yep.
So now we know you're an elite scorer, so I definitely got to ask you this: when someone's guarding you, what are some cues you're looking at in order to determine how you attack them?
Cool. So I always look at it like this. For my size, kind of weird because I'm either having someone bigger than me that's a little slower than me, or I'm having someone smaller. So if you smaller, back to the basket, just simple. But I think it's just always keeping the game simple. Like, just as I got older, especially now, the game has slowed down for me. Like now I understand what people mean by that. So now as I got older, I'm more picking my spots wise. But it's just I think basketball is just a read and react thing. If I go this way, you cut me off, I'm gonna go the next way. If you cut me off again, do another move, go score.
Simple as that, right?
Basketball is a simple game.
Yeah. He always tried to say like, oh, X's and O's and things like that. I think that's more football. There's so much X's and O's and things of that nature. But basketball, if you really break it down, I know it's kind of a simple game. You know what I'm saying? Once
Yeah,
you really
basketball.
understand the rules and stuff like that.
Basketball is just basketball is a simple game, just a bunch of different game plans. But
Yeah,
at the end of the day, you got to put the ball in the basket.
that's it. And then stop the other team from scoring.
Yeah.
That's it.
At the end of the day,
So, who's a player you played with or against that people should know about?
um, you know, I played against like Abdul, and everybody knows him. So I, everybody knows Abdul, But um, why can't I think of it? Samson Riley. He went to Connecticut this year. He just transferred to Sacred Heart. I swear, I think he's probably one of the best players I've played against because that was the only time I was worried when a player didn't have the ball. You had to be so locked in on him because if you lost him for a second, he's coming off a screen. He hit the three, and we played them in the no quarterfinals. There was like one time where like he hit three shots and they didn't even touch they just went straight through the rim. Like he's that good of a shooter. So like just when you're playing a guy like that, it's like you look at him, he doesn't pass the eye test. He's like 6 foot, white kid, not the most athletic, but he's strong kid, physical kid, and he's gonna hit shots. A lot of shots at that.
Definitely. One thing you can't do is underestimate your competition.
Yeah.
It will humble
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
It will
Quick
humble
quickly
you.
quickly too. Quickly.
Yeah. I remember it was only one time I ever did that in my life. I think I was 10 or 11. It was summer league basketball. And I saw all these kids. I'm like, short kids. It was mostly white kids on the team. There was like a black
Yeah.
Jew guy. But the best kids were in the white team. I'm like, I said to my team, yo, let's go. I think I was like 9 or 10. It's like, yo, we should get this, man. Damn, were they draining them shots. I was like, ever since then, I never underestimated a team again. I said, all right, I learned my lesson young. I'm glad I learned it young, and I never did it again, man. Because
Yeah.
I took every opponent serious. I don't care if the team looked good or not. I always said, nah, we got to lock in. We got to stay locked in.
You
We don't
got
know.
to.
We don't know how good these guys actually are. We got to come and bring our A game. Don't underestimate nobody.
Yeah. Literally.
Ready for some quick hitters?
Yeah.
So, what's something people get wrong about your game?
What people get wrong, I think. People will say I can't play defense or I don't play defense. Like it drives me insane when people say that. It just drives me insane.
They think you're a one-way player.
Yeah.
They try to say you can't slide them puppies.
Yeah. I'm not saying I'm the best defender in the world, but I can definitely get some stops.
Definitely. What's been the biggest turning point in your life that shaped your journey? What's been the pivot point of your life, good or bad, that shaped you to who you are today and where you're going?
Definitely just the Achilles thing. Like it taught me on basketball and real life, like, you never know what could happen. So appreciate your loved ones, appreciate what you do every day, and just appreciate the small things and thank God every day.
So, what advice would you give your younger self or younger athletes trying to establish themselves?
Just keep going. Don't worry about the likes. Don't worry about the clout, the fame. Just work. Just love the game. Don't love any. If you love basketball and you treat basketball the right way, it's gonna treat you even better. So just treat the game the right way. Clock in and clock out every day. You'll be all right.
Definitely true. I think Parrish said the same thing.
Yeah.
Parrish said the same thing. Who's the toughest player? Oh, you mentioned it earlier. If you could add one skill to your game instantly, what would it be?
Maybe if I could jump out the gym, I'm not gonna lie. But if I if I had some bounce, boy,
I knew you were gonna
if
say that.
I had some bounce,
If you had Parrish's
oh my
bounce.
man, I'll be crossing over, get by somebody, do something nasty.
Oh man. So if you feel like if you had Parrish's bounce with your scoring ability, you'd be like elite high level.
Yeah, I talk to people all the time. Like I don't if I had like bounce like even like my teammate now, his name is Ding Mewan. This kid like he could roll out the bed and just ease bay. I'm like, bro, if I had your bounce in high school, I would have got kicked out of high school. Like I would have just got too many texts. Like I wouldn't be able to do it. I would have got too many texts.
Yo, now that's funny, man. I always feel like you were gonna mention that because remember I joked with you, damn, you more grounded on the elite score, and Parrish is like the
Yeah,
aerial assault man.
yeah, yeah.
Yo, now that's funny. Now, I like that one. What do you think separates a good athlete from a great one?
Your mindset, 100%. It's just if your mindset is just hard work and I'm gonna kill everybody in front of me, I think you'll be a great athlete. A lot of people just don't think like that, you know. Some people just like my coach said, like if your mindset is just let me get through the day, like just you're not gonna have a good day. It's not never let's just get through the day. Let's get better today. Let's get better at certain things. You know, maybe one day you're working on your shooting. Let's get better shooting today. Let's get a quicker shot today. Or you know what? We're in the weight room. Let's get stronger today. You know what? Add one more plate today. I don't want to just get through this lift. I want to get stronger today. Add another plate. Just pushing yourself to that limit and just not trying to get through the day.
Exactly. 1% better every day.
Yep.
What's your game day routine like? And do you have a favorite pregame meal?
Nah. When I was younger, freshman, sophomore year, me and Finn used to go to Jersey Mike's before every game. That was my guy, my road dog. But besides that, I don't really have a lot. You know, just some days I listen to music, some days I don't. Some days I take a nap, some days I don't. It's just regular things to me. I just make sure I kind of get stretched out.
Technical difficulties again. Apologize, everybody. But we're almost done. Parrish, Cam, I wanted to ask you, teammates, see that teammate connection. What do you enjoy doing off the court? What are some of your favorite hobbies off the court? Like outside of basketball, what do you enjoy doing?
Just chilling with my family. I'm not gonna lie. I just love playing basketball. Go chill with the family after. That's a good day in the books for me. Just basketball, family, and I love the beach too. I'm a beach kind of guy. You know, go see the waves, hear the ocean. But I might go on a drive with my cousins. Just call them up real quick. Yo, let's go ride to the beach. I've been that way since I was young. We just go somewhere, go chill. Then I'm going right back to the gym. So
I like that. I like that. Name me I want to know your music taste. Who are your top 5 music artists of all time? It doesn't have to be
I
older either.
yeah, but
I want to know a little bit of
yeah,
we gotta know a little bit of your music taste.
man, a lot of people gonna hate this, but I gotta go Rod Wave, Drake, Lil Baby, Lil Durk. Last one. I don't know. I've been listening to some. You know what, Meek Mill? Because that's original. Meek Mill right there. That's an original.
Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all know? Oh man, when I was in middle school and early high school, Meek Mill was like up there. People were playing him like crazy.
Yeah, people love Meek Mill.
In the early to mid 2010s, I think that was his peak.
Yeah.
Dreams and Nightmares. Oh, 2012, 2013. That song was everywhere in the summer.
Literally.
You know, you're a hooper. I got to ask you this: name me your top 5 NBA players of all time.
All time.
And why?
All right. I'm just TJ Trimboli's gonna hate this, but I gotta put LeBron in there. He you know, I think you gotta appreciate greatness, and he's just greatness. Michael Jordan, I just feel like Michael Jordan set the standard, and after that, everybody fell in line. And then a guy like Kobe, you have to put Kobe in there because it just the grit and the will to just like. I was actually watching something today, like when he's ruptured his Achilles, like he tried to pull his Achilles down to keep playing. Like to me, like you're just off that. Like you're just an all-time great because you're trying to pull your Achilles tendon down just to finish a game. So to me, he'll all be one of the greats. I think then it's kind of in the air like you can go Wilt Chamberlain, but like I never really watched Wilt Chamberlain play. But then I think you got to throw. A lot of people don't do it, but you got to throw Shaq in there. He was one of the most dominant players to ever touch a basketball. So I definitely got to throw Shaq in there.
That's 4, so you got one more. He said it. Yeah, there's Steph, there's Magic, TD, Kareem. There's so many. Hakeem.
Yeah, I got to go Steph Curry because he changed the game.
Greatest shooter of all time.
Yeah, he changed the game. Now everybody want to shoot from half court. So Steph changed the game.
Definitely. Name me your all-time starting 5.
So I'm going Curry at the 1. Then I gotta go Curry at the 1. I'm gonna go Kobe at my 2. MJ at the 3. Giannis at my 4. I'm going Shaq at the 5.
I like that. Okay, starting 5. I like it. Mine's a little bit different, but I like it. Who's your NBA GOAT?
Oh, me is Derrick Rose. Like that's just I just love Derrick Rose. Like some people don't understand, some people do, but I just love Derrick Rose.
You remember that famous moniker? I want to go higher.
Yo, Derrick Rose. It's so dope to me that I feel like he gave Chicago hope after Michael Jordan. That just adds to the fuel. Like after it died down, Michael Jordan left, then Derrick Rose was the next biggest thing after that.
Yeah, honestly, outside of Jordan, Pippen, and Rose, they haven't really had any successful years, to be honest.
Yeah, I can't. But that's a sensitive subject for me, man. I'm a Bulls fan.
Yeah, I mean Jimmy Butler, he was a beast there too, but then he went to other teams. So yeah. Remember when Rose and Butler were together? Because when Butler was coming up, he didn't really become Butler until 2014-15 when he won his improved. And then he started being a star player in the future Hall.
Yeah.
So, and he was guided under Rose. So Rose was his veteran.
Yeah.
How would your teammates describe you?
Well, definitely describe me as disciplined, but maybe crazy. But I never really had a teammate that I didn't like or didn't like me that I know of. Like we just always get along. I'm always that guy like, yo, let's get shots up, or yo, let's come here at this time, or yo, what are y'all doing? Like I just love the win. I want everybody to, I try to bring everybody to that same level. And some guys hate it, some guys like leave me alone today. But it's like you just can't like. You just have to, as being a leader is one of the hardest things because you can't take a day off. So, but at the same time, you can't allow the person to your right or the left to take a day off. So,
yeah, you want others around you to do great as well. You know what I'm saying? Yep. You want to uplift everybody around you. That's something I always said when I was a young kid too. I don't want to just do great myself. I want my family and friends to do great too in life. You know what I'm saying? And if I can help them anyway, I'm gonna do that if it's possible. Yeah. So I always hold myself to that, which I like hearing from you as well.
Yeah.
What are your biggest goals in life, both in basketball and beyond?
Basketball, I just want to make it to the highest level that I can make it, whether that be the NBA, overseas, G League. I just want to make it to the highest level that I can make it, make a good amount of money, and I want that to be my living. I don't want to have a job, clocking every day. I just want to play basketball for the rest of my life. But off the court, I think I want to help kids from Norwalk or just CT in general, just make it and guide them in the right path the way that I was guided. Because a lot of people don't have the guidance that I had, at especially like just a young age. Like I grew up with guys before I was well known, like guys like you have to do this, you have to wake up early, you have to go to sleep late. So just I want to be one of those guys and show guys like I want to come back and be like, I did this, you could do it too.
I like that. You're gonna be a mentor to the next generation from where you're from. Just like
Yes, sir.
pave the way for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Pass it down. The student becomes the teacher.
One day.
Who would you like to see on the show? But you have to help me get them on. I know you know some elite athletes who are playing college or pros.
So I got you. I gotta put you on to my boy Josh. Josh, he's a character, and I love Josh. Like he's just hardworking kid. Always keeps God first in his life. Josh and Nate, they're brothers actually, but both of those guys, we're gonna have to. We gotta get you down to CT. We got some real hoopers. I think Nate actually plays today. We have something in Connecticut called Scale, made by one of my good friends, Puda. So he has like a tournament where all the towns in CT play each other, and like, he hosts like one-on-one events. So actually, I'm gonna go watch Nate play after I work out later. Plays around 7:00 one-on-one game. But those guys, they're great people, but they're great players, but even better people. So we definitely got to get those guys. Or maybe, my cousin EJ Day overseas playing right now.
Oh, wow.
I think, that would be a good one too.
Where does he play overseas? Where?
Somewhere in Asia, I believe. Yeah, but he's incredible.
CBA?
I don't even know the league, but he led the country in scoring 2 years ago. So yeah, you definitely have to get EJ out here.
EJ something.
Yeah.
And then he probably has some fans out there too.
Yeah, they treat him. I never. He had like signing day, like where everybody just comes to take pictures. Like it's so cool just seeing him get the experience. Like I'm happy for him.
That's probably an inspiration for you. It's like,
you
want to be like,
I was on the phone with him the other day. I was like, yeah, bro, I gotta come out there and see you one day, bro. Take that little plane, couple hours.
Yeah, and now getting to the last question. I always ask this to close out the show for every guest that's ever been on the show. When people think of the name Cam Salter, what do you want your legacy to be?
A winner and a dog. That's it. Just he's gonna find a way to win, and he's a dog. That other stuff, I could score, I could do all that, but to me, that really doesn't matter. I'm just know that I'm gonna go hard every day. I'm gonna go hard every play. And I'm gonna make sure at the end of the game my team's winning. That's all. That's what I want people to remember you as.
Love that, man. That's a great way to close out the show. Cam, I want to say thank you for coming on the show. I know we've been talking about it for the last month or so or something like that.
Yes, sir.
It's been great hearing your journey, the winning you've done throughout your career, how you've gotten better throughout your career, the adversity you've overcome, and then just your mindset, how you approach the game, how you approach life, your maturities beyond your years. Continue to stay grounded, continue to stay focused. And, I'm always going to be here to support you, man. You're welcome to the pantheon of the DJ Sports Show. I can't wait to get this interview out so people can hear your story, and keep doing what you're doing, man. For real.
Yes, sir, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you.
No doubt. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it here with my guy Cam Salter on the DJ Sports Show. Make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe on YouTube, and then listen to any audio platforms I'm on. Leave a 5-star rating, share anybody you know. I'm your host, DJ Hamilton of the DJ Sports Show, and we'll see y'all next time.
Kamryn Salters, 2025, a junior this year, going to Notre Dame Fairfield. I'm looking forward to this year. Put in a lot of work, a lot of pain, went through a lot of stuff, so I'm ready for this year, ready to put the pain in, ready to roll.
So I came to ND because my freshman year I went to orientation for Norwalk High, but a lot of people told me like I'm gonna be even trial for freshman. I was just running like strictly JV freshman high.
Now it's a still, let the peace come free. Paint a verse in the sky with a loose leaf. While the moon do a dance with a
like everybody else. I love the way he came at it because, like, it doesn't matter what age you are. Like, we're all out here. We all have goals. Well, not everybody, but everybody here, we all have goals. Like, to make it, to go to college, to win the championship. And, like, I'm not gonna say North High didn't have that, but they definitely, like, we just had it over here where it's like we're here to win the championship, not just play 20 games and, like, we're here to win the championship. But it definitely hurts a little bit because you know, you always want to put on for the town, always want to hear your name come out. North High speakers, the Bear Pack, always been a dream. But it's definitely been a great experience here. Like, I met, like, people out here respect me now. I mean, I go back to the town, they all love me, but it's not the same. Like, it would have been different. I was at North High, but I'm here. I'm loving it. Can't do nothing about it. Love being here. Love the coaches. Love some of the teachers. My freshman year with Nate, it definitely helped a lot. Cause that was like one of the guys I played with like basically my whole life. So that definitely was. How's it going? Andy on 3, family on 6, 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6.
Stop and come on.
This is Chef. Anything you need, she got. Little sis. You already know this. Got a little murder right here. Release. We got Shy. We got Ace Knot, Stink Knot. There's Logan Mom right here. Little sis Layla, Ari. That's it, bro. Good one today. We got five. Oh, yeah, we're got right here. Coach Ty right here, best in the business. Coach Ty, here, Coach Ty. Best in the business.